Hey Inky friends, how's it going? This is Bailey from the Fountain Vending Station. I'm just checking in with everybody. I'm going to be turning around here in a little bit to swatch some inks. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day or night wherever you are at. I will be swatching. I want to say 8. Come on. Like 12. 12 ink sample type vials that I got from Ink Friend. She does sales on Reddit. I would link it down below, but YouTube doesn't like for links to be shared anymore that are outside of YouTube. So I will give the details on the Reddit swap subreddit. There we go. I was trying to remember what they call them. And she posts frequently on there Saturn rings. So I will turn you guys around. We'll swatch. But before I begin, just again, I hope everybody's doing well. Let me know if you see an ink in here that you like, that you love. There's a couple in here that I think I've tried and maybe just ran out of or needed more of. And then there's some that I didn't want to commit to a full bottle, including one from a previous video. So let's just turn around. Let's just show you so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? See you in a second. Hey, Inky friends. All right, welcome back. Got you turned around so we can probably get started. Okay, let's make sure you're straight. You're straight. Okay, so I got several links to swatch today. So again, these are from an ink friend Abby on Reddit. I'll link the subreddit, or I mean, I'll just write down what the subreddit is. You can check it out. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sample first because I think we've already swatched this, or I have swatched it before, maybe not on camera. Pilot for you. Is it Gaki? Somebody correct me below. I'm okay if you guys correct me. I'd rather say it right than not at all. Or, I think you guys know what I mean. Okay. I know you're crooked. I will fix it in a second. I have this little ink buddy I got from my friend Jobeth. I think it was Jobeth. I could just use him. It's my Kermit the Frog. I already forgot how to spell it now. Got distracted. Okay, move that one off to the side. All right, remove my candle a little bit. And if you guys don't have a drink, I would just cozy up, grab a drink. I'm drinking my normal iced oat milk latte. Get you in frame here. Okay. I actually don't know what some of these look like, so I'm not entirely. I was hoping to group them by color family. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Sorry, friends. Okay, let's do. I think this might be close. Sailor Curry, and I don't know. Does anybody know? Is this Monhio? Sailor Monhio Curry? I'll find out and I'll put it below as well. Oh, that looks more brown. Oh, that's okay. We'll just dive right into it. That is definitely not orange, friends. I'll put Sailor for now. I think it is Monhio, though. I'm pretty sure it's Monhio. Has anyone tried this ink? Very light. It kind of gives me the vibes of, is it Kitsune Bayori? What does everyone else think? It's really pretty, and I think it is a little darker than it is showing up on the camera. I had my curtain closed, but yeah, it is dark. That is pretty accurate, actually. Okay, well, since we're doing brown, I know this one is brown. Loki Patera. Is that correct, friends? Colorverse? Loki Patera, and they're ooh. That's gonna be pretty. Make sure you shake it because it's a shimmer. And if you do go on her when she posts, she does post samples of the colors. It was so long ago that I placed this order that I actually don't remember what they are, because she was waiting for one of them to come in, and I told her just to wait to ship them all until that one came in. This is really pretty. Loki Patera P8. Okay. Anyone else use phonetics to spell things out? Pretty sure that orange is probably from the Fuyugaki. I don't remember a splotch being there, but there it is. All right, move you up a little bit. Okay. Let's see here. I wonder if this one will be. No, that's like purple. I'm gonna re-swatch Kitten Paws, even though we already did Kitten Paws. I have a whole video of it. I did not commit to a full bottle yet, friends, but I did get at least, these are 10 millimeter bottles. Well, shoot. So, it is so pretty. I cannot get over this ink. Van Diemen's ink rarely makes an ink that I don't just love. I cannot get over it, friends. If I get to about maybe half of this bottle pretty quickly, then I probably would buy a bottle of it. I'm trying to cull my ink bottle collection and only getting bottles of inks that I like really like. So this is a good way to do that without having to buy a whole bottle of it. And then you're not sure what to do with it if you don't like it. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna keep going. All right, let's do Troublemaker Petrichor. I thought I had sampled this before, and I could not find a swatch of it anywhere in my books. So I went ahead and got it because I liked the sample online. And a lot of these are going to be green, so just, green is my favorite color, if you could not tell already. I have my green Kermit Frog, my green coffee mug. Most of my earrings are green. Troublemaker. And if everybody's wondering what candle I have, it's a small maker. She makes them out of Colorado, but her sister owns a store here in Grand Forks called Bergamont. And so her candle company is called Beldamia. I'll see if I could find if she sells it anywhere else. There is a website before it gets too hot. Let's see if I can. No, but it's already starting to melt. I'll include like a little picture of it down below, or like after this video is done. Oh my gosh, Troublemaker Petrichor is amazing too. You guys, what am I gonna do, friends? I can't buy all of these in full bottles, can I? Or can I? All right. And actually, it's more like is that like gray? I think grayish blue. Now that I'm looking at it. Or now that it's drying a little bit, it went down more green. All right, this next one is Robert Oster Kelp Forest. And I want to say this was a Melbourne show exclusive. I'll find out for sure and let everybody know. I think Vanness did still. Okay, last time I looked, they still had some. So if you like this ink, go check out Vanness. I'm trying not to say too much about the inks until they dry, because often when they go down, they're much different than when they dry. Okay, the next one is one I've been seeing that must be new, Dominant Industry Olive Grove. I really like writing with lighter green inks right now. I'm kind of wishing spring to come. I'm kind of over this feet upon feet, foot upon foot of snow that we have outside right now. And I think it's supposed to be pretty warm today, so I'm hoping after this video I can get get outside for a little bit and take advantage of that. Yeah, this is gonna go in a pen. Probably before April. Yeah, yep, that's good. I like it. I don't even need to see that one dry, and I already like it. Actually, Kelp Forest is doing some fun things. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to spoil it. All right, we'll just kind of wait to see. Let me scooch you up a little bit. Okay, the next one is definitely a springish green, and I had not tried it. It's been out for a long time. Andorilium, make sure you're in frame. Luna Moth Green. So friends, it sounds like I'm going to be able to go to the Chicago Pen Show, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm kind of interested to see who's going to be doing this. What am I doing? All right, whatever, we're winging it. All right. See who does the show ink. Sven's Ink is kind of spoiled one of his Chicago inks he's going to have over on the Ink Addicts subreddit. And it's a gray with some shimmery silver. How many pens does everybody have inked up right now? I think when I did my currently inked with you all, I was under 15. I can now report that it's probably closer to 20. Every time I get an ink, I'm like, I want to put it in a pen. All right, we'll move to this other side of the page. Move it a little bit. Let's do Rainy Winter, because that's kind of how it's been here. Tonal and limbs, no shimmer. Okay, do back to what I was doing originally. I think the snakes just became more like blobs, so that's probably why most of them are blobs at the end of that page. I'm trying to be more consistent, my friends. I'm trying. Sometimes I just do what my brain does, or my brain just does what it wants. Oh, where did I see this one? Was it on Simone's Discord, maybe? And I really liked it, and they had said it was light, so I wasn't sure if I wanted a full bottle. Really, actually, that's not too bad, friends. See when it dries. Okay, let's keep with tonal and limbs. All right, tonal and limbs. Oh, geez, guys. Wandering in pursuit of unborn future. This has got shimmer. I don't remember what this looks like. It's purple. And to be honest, friends, I was gonna do a really long purple video first. However, I didn't know what color these inks were, and I wanted to include them in that video. So in order to do that, I have to swatch them, and I wanted you guys along with it. Come along with me as I do it. All right, I need the cap for this one. Wandering Pursuit. Unborn Future. I wonder what that means. I think it's Yoseka that usually has the descriptions. I'm gonna have to go back and see that one, if there's a meaning behind that one. All right, friends, let's do Kitty Ink Pot. Those are gonna be fun. All right, the first one's Kitty Ink Pot. Origin of Marshes and Otters. I'm gonna actually do a little bit bigger, a different swatch for this one. I wanna, well, no, I don't have my, trying to think of what I have near me I could use. It'd be kind of cool to see this in a broad or like a stub nib. At least that's from what I understand, that it's best to use in a larger nib, because then all the cool shading comes out. Just right here. Hi. Don't like writing with this deep b-ball nib because Nori chewed on it, so it doesn't get consistent lines anymore. Oh, why did I put the lid on? We gotta do writing sample. So is anybody else able to go to the Chicago Pen Show? I think we're going as a family. Oh, marshes, and yeah, marshes and otters. So I'll probably try to be there Friday and Saturday. I love meeting my friends and hanging out with them, so hopefully I can see some of you there. Okay, those are the only two tonal, or no, okay, here we go. Kitty Ink Pot. I was like, I have two of them. Where'd it go? Okay. Kitty Ink Pot, When the Wind Chimes Ring. No shimmer in this one either. Looks like also a blue. Knowing Kitty Ink Pot, it's probably not. Oh, yep, yeah, it is. Can you guys even see that? Yeah, okay. I think right now the only place to really get Kitty Ink Pot is on So and So. It's probably why you've seen a lot of people do So and So unboxings lately. These inks are pretty wild. Oh, and AliExpress. I forgot AliExpress is also carrying them. I don't like to do AliExpress for them, only because when they send out the bottles, they don't have the name and description on them, except for in Mandarin or Chinese. Can't remember which one it is. And sometimes the, wow, that's really light. The translator is not entirely accurate. So when the wind, this is pretty, but wow, that is light. When the wind chimes ring. That is really pretty, friends. Might see some of these for April when I do 30 inks 30 days. I'm actually going to be doing something I think a little bit different and fun, so I'm excited to share that with everybody. I've been going back and forth on what I want to do, and I think I finally figured it out, so I'll do a video on it. Diamine, oh, can you guys see that? Bashful Blueberry. I had to sample this from a friend, I think it was Jessica that sent it to me, and I really like it, so I wanted a little bit more of it. I don't know, does anybody consider this a blurple, or is it more of a blue? I should probably ask that after it dries, huh? And I think this is a Cult, is that a Cult Pens exclusive? I think it is. Oh, and speaking of Colt pens and so, I just did a couple orders. I pre-ordered the Kaweco, what do they call it? Shadow dark green, and it did ship. I also did a so order for these limited edition inks, and I can't even tell you right now what the name of it is, but that did ship too. I will say though, the price of shipping actually worked out to be better at so if anybody's curious, shipping was a better deal over at so. All right, now I have 4 more, so I can do one more here. I'm gonna do Sailor. Is this Ayame or Ayami? Or what is it, friends? Is that correct? Ayami? Is that also a Manhyo ink? I don't use a lot of Sailor Manhyo inks. I have one. No, I take that back. I have 2 Sailor Manhyo inks, Yamabuki, and then the purple one, like Nadeshiko. I'm drawing a blank right now. Someone can tell me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. It's a blurple. It's pretty light to write with. I don't use it a ton. You know, actually, friends, it doesn't help. My Sailor Manhyo inks are shoved in the back of my Alex drawers. Does anybody else do this where they shove things into a place and then they don't see it and then they forget they even have it? That would be me. Sailor Yummy. Friends, if it's a Manhyo ink, let me know and I can add Manhyo. I think it is, but this one I'm not sure about. All right, let's let this dry and then we'll do the last 3, okay, friends? All right, friends, welcome back. All right, let's polish off these last 3, let them dry, and then we'll come back and look at them all. All right, so the next one is Colorverse Shiny Black. I hear a lot of people talking about how much they like Shiny Black from Colorverse, and I have never tried it. So I'm kind of excited to see what the rave is about. So I'm going to shake it because there is shimmer. Right now, my favorite Shiny Black is Wrangell Hades. It's one of my favorite black inks to write with. So we'll see, can this top my Wrangell Hades? I mean, they can have a fair partnership too, I suppose. Okay, so that's Colorverse Shiny Black. Move you up a little bit. Next one, let's do Van Diemen's Mermaid. Can you see that shimmer in it? So shake it. Actually, I think the next 2 are shimmer. Can you guys see the shimmer? I love using demonstrator pens, the clear ones, because then you can see the ink sloshing around. And then when you get the glitter inks in there, it's really fun to see. Oh, that's lighter than I thought. I'm not mad about it. I'm just, see, look what I'm doing again. And I made a mess. No snake for this one. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wing it. It's actually funny. I think most of the inks that I get in samples are lighter inks, lighter and shimmery inks. Oh, and red inks, because I don't use a lot of red ink. So I'm always hesitant to buy a big full bottle of it. What did I, goodness gracious. That's the next one, so spoiler. You know how I showed you, friends, the Sailor Dip pen? I already lost it. It's around here on my desk somewhere. I have this old vintage desk and I'm still trying to organize things to where it works for me. That or Nori took it, actually. I should probably check her hiding spots. I checked one today underneath the couch. I didn't see it, but... Okay, next one is Van Diemen's Phoenix. When I said she should get a new hiding spot, I think maybe she heard me. I have other cats in the house. Sometimes I feel like I leave them out, but my oldest, my baby, Gully, is old. He's a senior cat, so he sleeps a lot and just doesn't do a whole lot. I'm gonna do this down here because we have room. See, every time I see red ink, I'm like, oh, that is so pretty, and then I don't ever write with it. And I don't have a disdain for it. Like, I know some people don't like red because it reminds them of school. I don't have that, so I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think of red ink. Or I'll draw a heart because it's red. Okay, so let's let this dry and we'll come back. I'll see you in a minute, friends. There, friends, welcome back. Everything is dry now. Let's take a closer look at them and my candle out of the way. All right. The first one we have is Pilot Irijusuku Fuyugaki, a really vibrant orange. And then we have Sailor Manhyo Curry, and that one has this black haloing around it. You don't see that in the writing, so that's good. I'm not a huge fan of black haloing, that's why I say that. And then there's Colorverse Loki Patera, and that one has some weird, I don't know if that's sheen or I don't know, guys. What do you guys think of this? This Colorverse Loki Patera, that is different. The shimmer for sure is coming through. And then we have Van Diemen's Kitten Paws. I already showed this. And then there's Troublemaker Petrichor. It's more purple now that it's dry. Robert Oster Kelp Forest. That's got some really cool sheening going on. Then we have Dominant Industry Olive Grove. That is a very pretty ink. Some green haloing. And then Andrelium Luna Moth Green. That's gonna be these are perfect for spring. Okay. Then we have Tono and Limbs. Rainy Winter. Okay, I wonder, is this my paper? Because that looks oddly similar. Hold on. Looks oddly similar to Colorverse Loki Patera. Do you see that? Am I going crazy? What do you think, friends? Alright, does anybody else have this ink? I think the writing is pretty accurate. I just think the swatch might be a little inaccurate. Or maybe that's just how it looks on Tomo River Sanzen. Then we have Tono and Limbs, Wandering in Pursuit of Unborn Future. That is a very pretty purple. Can everybody see the shimmer on that? Very pretty. And then the crazy one, Kitty Inkpot, Origin of Marshes and Otters. I didn't want a full bottle of this because I'm not going to use it very often, but look at that. There's another one they had. I think it's Strawberry and Bagel or Strawberry Bagels. I know other friends have had it and swatched it. It's very similar to this, but like a pinkish yellow. This is crazy. All right, Kitty Inkpot, When the Wind Chimes Ring. This is a very pretty one. I want to get that and maybe a broad. This medium Japanese nib shows some of the shading, so I bet in a broader nib it's going to be amazing. And I just have to see when I do the Origin Marshes, but definitely that one would be cool. Diamine Cult Pins Bashful Blueberry. That's a very pretty blue leaning purple. And then Sailor Ayami. And friends, let me know, is this Manhyo Ayami or a different line of Sailor? All right, let me turn the page. Alright, let's see if black is very hard to get on camera. So, alright, so you can see the shimmer. You can even see the shimmer in the writing. That's really pretty. Van Diemen's Mermaid. That one is really pretty as well. Friends, these are amazing. And then Van Diemen's Phoenix. This reminds me a little bit of, is it Diamine Winterberry? I think it's Diamine Winterberry. I'd have to see those next to each other. All right, friends, what do you guys think? I hope everybody enjoyed today's swatching session. I hope you guys liked some of these swatches and maybe found one that you would like to try. Yeah, just let me know what you think. I'll link, or I will not link. I keep saying link. I will put Abby's username and where you can find her Reddit information at. She posts in the Reddit, I think it's called Fountain Pen Swap. I'll put it down below in the comments. So yeah, that's where I got these. And I will see you guys in the next video. It'll probably be my purple overview. And I'll do the same thing what I did with grays. I'll do the purple samples first, and then I'll do purple bottles. So it'll be a 2-part series. So yeah, friends, look forward to that. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, friends.